Today we're playing Candy Falls, but looking at this map, something seems to be a little off about it, right? I mean, something is not right, but I can't really figure out what it is. Let me just hit play and see what the... Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, so this is Candy Falls, but this one is called Candy Falls Advanced, which is basically an advanced version of the beginner map, which you guys probably know. And yeah, all these tracks are separated. It's not one single track that starts from the bottom and ends at the top. It's three, and I gotta be honest, this is a perfect copy. I mean, the first time I saw it, even I didn't recognize the difference. It's made that well. So let's see how much of an impact the new Sharpening Stone actually has on the sniper. So as you guys know, the Sharpening Stone now does not give +1 damage in its upgraded version. It only gives +2 pierce now, and I just wanted to see how much of an impact it has on the millipede sniper strategy, and I think this is going to be the perfect strategy. And we did actually try the new Sharpening Stone with the Robo Monkeys, but we still haven't tried it with the sniper, so I wanted to check that one out. Let's see if we're going to beat this round in particular, because there are pinks, and I feel like, yeah, the pinks are going to walk through, so we have to do something about it. And I was actually thinking of just upgrading the sub to the advanced intel. I think this is going to be fine, and then eventually if we can make it to the Airburst, that's where we're going to eventually stabilize. So let's watch now. We have the pinks incoming, and I'm just keeping the sub on first. Is that gonna be fine? Oh my god, no. Okay, so let's try it like this. I'm gonna buy the intel on the sub, and actually, you know what, maybe we can get away with something like the pickle, honestly, because it's gonna give it +1 damage, and that +1 damage goes a really long way on the sub. So, and especially because it's the early game, right? So essentially these pinks are getting turned into green balloons, and yes, that wasn't even close. Okay, so I think that this should be able to hold on until we get the airbursts, and then after we get the airbursts, I think we're just gonna start the sniper spam. And there we go, round 19. We are gonna have the money for the airbursts, and let me just buy them. And actually, oh, pink balloons. I should probably switch the sub to close, right, so that we snipe these pink balloons. And I'm just watching the top and the middle track. I guess the top and the middle are being kind of defended with the oh, that was a great snipe. Okay, so let's make the sub's life a little bit easier. I'm gonna get a dart over here, which is gonna serve as, let me just move it back to first, by the way. This is gonna serve as a spotter for it. That's pretty much it. We have kind of a spotter here at the top, and then I guess that we're gonna have the snipers as spotters here on the right track, right? So maybe we're gonna have a sniper like this, and this guy is gonna do what he's gonna do. I mean, we can get him to like 0-1. I should actually do this. I should actually get him to 0-1-0, because we're gonna have a camo balloon around 24, and then eventually, you know, we're gonna need some lead popping power. So maybe even just getting like an alchemist early on is gonna be nice for him, right? Yeah, let's just move this guy to actually, let's just keep him on strong guy. Let's watch what's happening, because this is a mess. I mean, my eyes are going left and right, and I'm barely paying attention. And yeah, we leaked at the bottom, actually. I caught that. Okay, so for these yellows, we can actually give the sub the Sharpening Stone, and I think that that's probably gonna be fine, right? As long as it focuses. It's on first. I did not mess up the targeting, so yes, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give this guy, and I should probably switch it to strong, so I'm just gonna give him the AMD, and that should be more than enough to deal with all these lead balloons. And then we are off, guys. We are off on our way to get the bouncing bullet sniper, which is gonna be the first thing that I'm going for. And I really hope that the sub is gonna defend by itself, honestly. This is so close, especially, you know, once a zebra comes out, then it kind of creates a little bit of a mess, but we do get the money. This is like a 0-3-0 straight up bouncing bullet. I don't have any attack speed upgrades, so I wanted to rush it, which I don't know, was that a good choice? I feel like it might have been, right, because it was kind of getting messy on 34, but we held on, we survived. So let me just upgrade to the bottom crosspath, and then we're gonna have some rainbows on this one. So I'm just trying to speed things up a little bit just so we get the money, and we're done. Okay, so we're done with the sniper, and then I think the next one is just gonna be getting to the berserker brew, right? So let's see how we do on 36. A huge wave of pinks, which is going to get separated between all lanes, and we do not seem to care. Okay, that's amazing. All right. And so far, we're doing amazing, as you would expect. 3-0 Alchemist probably should have been a 3-0-1 into a 4-0-1, actually, because I do want to have multiple snipers over here. But let's just see how we're defending these guys. We are walking into round 40 with a lot of cash that is given that we defeat these guys, and I think that we will, actually. Yes, so we're basically coming into this round with a lot of cash, which is exactly what I wanted to have happen, because we don't exactly have a lot of MOAB class damage. This is going to be a problem that I expect to see more in the 50s as well. So let's just see. Is this even gonna pop? Yeah, it barely popped. Okay, so here's my plan for this round. We just need to pop it like a second earlier, and I want to do that by giving the pickles actually to the sub. And I'm gonna have like a glue right here, because that's, I guess that's about where the new with the new DPS, where the MOAB is gonna pop, right? So as soon as we just slow these ceramics by just a small amount, the sniper should be able to take care of them. And yes, exactly, that was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so we're rolling. So we still haven't used the Sharpening Stone onto the sniper, but I do want to do some small things before doing it. So first off, I want to get a discount village, and I actually want to get a second sniper. So let's have the second sniper like a little bit above the alchemist so that this one is still the prioritized one. With the bruise, so let's go like this, and look at this thing. So the bouncing bullet is 2,500. That's amazing, exactly what we wanted to have happen. And this alchemist needs to go to 420 so that we can sustain the buff onto both of these guys. And I think that now we're balling and we can just straight up go for the supply drop, right? As soon as we buy at least these. Oh, wait a minute, are we fine? I see ceramic up top. Oh, we barely wow, we barely defended that. Okay, never mind. We probably need to sharpen these guys or something like that. Let me just start with the alchemist first because this is the most important one. So I'm gonna get the 420 alchemist, gonna go for the jungle jumps as soon as possible, and now we should have a lot easier time dealing with these ceramics. So I guess the best gauge of how good these snipers are with an alchemist is gonna be around 49, right? Because it's gonna be a huge mess on that one. Yes, so 49, here it comes. Almost sleepwalking during these rounds, although you can kind of see that one sniper is not enough. Usually it will be, on a longer map or a map with less tracks, but 3 tracks is actually a lot. And let's see how we do versus these guys. Yeah, the ceramics might be a little bit of an issue. We're gonna need to help these guys out a little bit. Do we want to buff both of them? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just give the pickle to both of them. And now let's see if we can defeat 49. I think we will. I think it's actually, I don't want to say it's not going to be close, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be noticeably better than last time, I have a feeling. And I'm saying that, and I'm just watching the top track, because the top track seems to be the closest one. I see a ceramic down bottom, and it's still leaking. Well, we got our answer on whether or not we can beat 49, and the answer is no. So I'm actually going to give the Jerry's Fire to this dart over here. I just want to, kind of help them deal with at least one, or in this case, it's going to be 2 of the tracks, actually, because the fire is going to attack. Wait a minute, it attacks on the top track as well? Okay, I mean, I'm going to take that. I didn't expect that, but I'm absolutely going to take that. And let's see if this is going to make any difference. I really think it will, because as soon as we deal with the ceramics, yeah, there we go. So it's going to be rainbows, so we're not exactly worried about rainbows. And honestly, this Jerry's Fire is also going to do nice damage versus the MOABs, which we are absolutely missing. So I'm going to buy the supply drop. We are rushing the elite sniper as fast as possible. I don't want to be spending any money on anything else. And let's see how we do versus these ceramics now on round 50. Yeah, I have a feeling that, yeah, this is so much better. It's actually crazy. Yeah, there we go. So we just needed a little bit of help from Geraldo, and that's about it. So the way that you want to do this strategy correctly, actually, is by having a 420 sniper. You need another one, and that 420 sniper is going to stun the MOAB class balloons, and it's going to give time basically for your snipers to deal with everything. And I'm trying to avoid that, actually. I'm trying to be cheesy. So let's see how we're doing on this one. The top track is, oh my god, this is ridiculously close. Wait a minute, the MOAB at the bottom didn't pop? Okay, so we're not dealing with MOABs. That's obvious. So we need a lot of MOAB class damage, and we're just not getting it. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna just give both of the Jerry's Fires to the sub and the dart, and I think this is gonna make things a little bit easier. These guys also last like 10 rounds, so I think it's gonna be fine. And let's watch the MOAB at the top now. I mean, this is still, listen, it's doing a lot better, but it's still kind of close, or is that just the map? I think it's a little bit closer than I would like it to be. So round 58, this is a round with a bunch of MOABs and ceramics, and if we survive this one, which we are actually because of the Jerry's Fires, we are gonna have the elite sniper right now, which is, it's just amazing. It's a really early time to get this thing. Let me just switch it to first. And there we go. So now I feel so much safer actually about what is about to come. And the next tower that we're going for is, well, I don't think I mentioned it, but because these guys are absolutely struggling versus MOAB class balloons, we just need a solution for the MOAB class balloons. That's going to be about it. So what's the best solution that you guys can think of for MOAB class balloons? Well, the one that I can think of is this thing. It's the carpet spikes. So I think I want to have the carpet spikes like this, by the way, or maybe even at the top track. I don't know. Let's just start it as a 220. We're going to upgrade it to 230. And then eventually when we get this thing, this is going to solve our MOAB class damage problems, and then the snipers are going to wipe the small balloons, and that's the plan. We're going to see how it works out. And let's just not go ahead of ourselves. So first off, MOAB Shredder, a very important upgrade. We're going to go into the Spike Storm. I really want to get the Spike Storm because that's going to give us a button to play with, and I really like, just having options. That's about it. And after this one, let's see how we do versus 64. I have a feeling that 64 is not going to go well because we still don't have any MOAB class balloon damage. Yeah, just as expected, 64 is just gonna walk out, isn't it? I mean, we dealt with like 2-3 of these MOABs in total, but look at the top and the bottom. Yeah, this is not going well. So we have all 3 of Jerry's Fires ready, so I'm just gonna do the same thing that we did. I'm gonna give the Jerry's Fire to both of these arts, and I'm actually gonna give one to Geraldo because he can see the top and the melee track. So let's see if this is gonna be enough. I mean, the problems are the 45 MOABs, but I guess the good thing is that we don't see that many 45 MOABs. Well, how are we doing? I don't know. I'm just paying attention to the top. The top ones are, and the middle one actually. Oh, wait a minute. So the top popped, the middle popped, and this one is, yeah, this one is not popping. Let me just maelstrom it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that the Maelstrom is the best choice that we had. That's a lot of money that we spent on this round, but I guess the Choice Fires are gonna remain for the next few rounds, so I think overall it's kind of fine, I guess. And you know, usually between, you know, rounds like 65 and 75, I usually peace out because there's nothing happening in those rounds, and whatever you have placed before them, it just wins. Like there's nothing happening in those rounds in particular. Unless, you know, you're playing a strategy like this or a round like this. And today, that does not seem to hold true, and we have to work for it. So, yeah, this top MOAB is just not popping. And as you guys can see, I'm just going to place a glue. I really hope it pops, like, right now. And that is extremely close. I mean, that was probably like my 5th attempt at this round, and I just knew where to place it, but that is just ridiculously close. And you guys know what's up, mid-70s as usual. So we have a bunch of ceramics and a BFB coming out, and it seems like we're barely defending these guys, so I should probably use the Spike Storm ability, honestly. Let's just clean out the BFB as well, and I guess use it a little bit earlier, before this round ends, so we get the cooldown back for 75, and that did not work. I think we're still gonna have it, so 75 shouldn't be as difficult this time, I don't think. Although I'm looking at these 45 MOABs, which are just a menace in this entire run for us, and they're gonna be a problem again, aren't they? What if I just get like a Genie? Is that gonna be too much? It's $2,000, but the amount of money, I guess the amount of effort that this is gonna save us is worth it, in my opinion. So let's just buy the Genie, and you know what? I don't even care. Just let's deal with these 45 MOABs. I hate 45 MOABs. And you know what's gonna be happening? Like, for example, around 83, that one is gonna have a bunch of ceramics, just like we had in 74, plus like 100 MOABs coming out. So I don't know, but I feel like that might be about the time at which we're gonna get the carpet, right? So we should be, I don't know, guys. I mean, these MOAB class balloons, I really just looking forward to getting the carpet spikes. It's really gonna be a menace dealing with this round. So here's what I want to do for, actually there are a lot of BFBs and small MOABs on this round. So I guess because we're not gonna need the ability for 78, do I use it right now, or what's up? Because we have some small MOABs incoming as well. I'm gonna use it right now, actually, just pop them. And the small balloons are not an issue for our snipers, it's just the big ones. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's finally get the sharpening stone onto both of our snipers, and I'm gonna give them the jar of pickles, actually, so they do a little bit more damage. And let's see how we do. I mean, we can probably deal with this round, right, without buying something like the Genie. And I also wanted to buy these buffs because they're gonna transfer over the next few rounds, so this is not like a waste of buffs or anything like that. But we do need to, do I want to time the ability? I don't think I will. I'm actually going to use it as soon as possible. Maybe we can get to use this out of it. And honestly, even if we don't, we're just going to have the cooldown back for 82 a little bit earlier. So how are we doing this time? This is a lot better than last time, but there seems to be an issue on the top track. So maybe we can patch that up with, okay, we actually lost at the bottom. Maybe we use the ability. When do we want to use it? I mean, do we want to let the snipers do the work, or what's the catch? So the bottom track popped. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Let me use the ability now. And I really hope that they didn't pop together. That's really good. They're popping one by one. Oh, wait a minute. We might... Yes, we have this. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so we didn't spend a lot of money, and the amount of money that we spent was just on stuff that we're going to be using throughout. So that's very good. You know what? I'm just going to Genie it up, honestly. I'm just going to buy the Genie, and let's just defend this round. Like, because I was probably going to buy it for 83 as well. So I just buy the Genie. It's $2,000, but we're going to get a lot of money back. So I guess we can also use the ability for these 45 ones, and I do want to use it a little bit. If I'm using it, I want to use it a little bit earlier so we get the cooldown back. And how is it looking? So we're going to deal with this round. That's very good. Okay, that's very good. And now it's just a bunch of small balloons. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. We're going to have some huge issues with round 83, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, this run is just, it's really making us work for it. So I'm going to glue the entrances on all sides. And how are we doing with the buffs? So everyone is buffed up, right? So this is there anything else that we can do? Maybe probably like, I don't know, like maybe like a Jerry's Fire or something like that. But sure, you know what? Let's just give Geraldo like a Jerry's Fire. And this should be, I don't want to jinx it, but please tell me this is going to be enough, because I don't want to be spending any more money. We're super close to this thing. It's like 36,000. We have 36, it's 43. So theoretically, you know, the next 2 rounds we should have this. I have the Spike Storm. I'm going to use it, by the way, just so I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I deleted all the mods, but that's a lot of ceramics. Are we dealing with them? I'm watching the bottom. It's super close. Some leftover spikes. They're kind of saving us, honestly, the leftovers. No more leftover spikes. And this is just, no, this is insanely close. I'm watching the bottom. Oh my god, what is even happening? I can't even pay attention because these balloons are going at left and right. And I don't know, guys. This is a huge mess. What is even happening? We're defending? I think we are, finally. Okay, it's round 84. 40,000 and we need 43. So, I guess Okay, so I placed both of these creepy idols here, and I'm just gonna place the Genie, guys. I don't know what else to do, honestly. If I jar of pickles this, is that gonna do more damage? This is the question that I've had for this entire run. I don't know. My solution, by the way, to this is to just Maelstrom, honestly. I don't think maybe we can do something else. Maybe it's something I'm not seeing, but I just want to Maelstrom it and, you know, hope for the best. So let's Maelstrom both of them. And as soon as the Maelstroms are out, I'm just going to use the Spike Storm and hope we deal with the small ones. Because as soon as we deal with the small MOABs, that's when we're only going to have BFBs left over. And I feel like we can deal with the individual BFBs. Okay, so this is the best run that I've currently had. And the money is super close. 42, we just need $1,000. This is even less than $1,000. This is insane. 42.89. Do we have this? Yes, finally. Yes, finally. We have the carpet. Yes, that's amazing. Okay, so now this thing is going to do all the work versus MOAB class balloons, and I'm not even worried about 40 fights anymore. Oh my god, that's such a relief buying this tower. You guys have no idea. Okay, so let me just, you know what, I'm probably even going to buff it. I'm just going to give it like a 3/0/0 Alchemist because the main attack is a little bit stronger as well. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't want to say this run is over, but yeah, this run now just took a huge turn for the bear right now. So let me just use the ability again. We're probably not even going to need to use the ability at this point, and I think you guys can feel the relief in my voice as well. Oh my god, that was excruciating. Okay, so you guys know how I said that we usually in this setup you want to have like a 4-2-0 sniper, right? Well, I'm thinking if I want to buy it, I'm probably not gonna buy it, but I do want to buy a Relentless Glue, which is gonna be here on the left side, and I'm gonna give it an invisibility potion. It's gonna give it a little bit of extra range, but I guess I'm having it on the left side because the top and the bottom track are coming out from the left, so I feel like this is the spot in which is gonna do most amount of work. And after this thing, I don't know, we're gonna have a lot of money left over. We can probably buy like one more sniper, and I should probably check the sharpening stone, which has expired. Okay, that's good. So let's give the sharpening stone to all of our guys. Let's just upgrade this thing to the 032 as well. Give it the sharpening stone, and I think that we are completely set for the next round. So let me just buff it up with the sharpening stone. And that's about it. And look at this thing. Look at the carpet spikes just go. This thing got nerfed, by the way, but how much of a nerf? I mean, it's been getting nerfed for the past few updates, honestly, because the first time that they gave it this huge, it was like over double the amount of damage that they gave it. It went from like, I think it went from like 4 to 9 damage that it does to MOAB class balloons, and they kind of started toning it down. I think it's like 7 now, so it's been toned down for sure, but it's still really good. So yeah, you guys can see that in this specific run, right? Maybe we can make life a little bit easier for ourselves. So I just took a look at Geraldo's level, and you guys can see the buff. Let me actually turn off the shop. So he's level 19, and at level 20 his entire shop restocks. So what I was thinking was, I think he's gonna get level 20 in the next round, by the way, as soon as this one ends. So I'm just gonna buy this Genie, and we probably don't need 2 of them actually, but I'm just gonna have this one, and because he's gonna restock when he hits level 20, I'm just you know, we just don't mind having this. So let's just see if it's gonna be now. Yeah, it's now. So there we go, we get both of them back. So we're basically having a free Genie. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to do this. And this is gonna be round 95, and if you guys are not seeing the deities, that's because as soon as they come out, they're just evaporating onto these spikes. And this is gonna be round 96. We do have a lot of stuff that we can do. So for example, maybe we can Genie this one up like 96 and 97. Then we're gonna have a Genie for 98 as well if we need to. I don't know if we want to do that. Wait a minute, how is everything looking? So that was the passive ability. Are we gonna have an active one? No, the active one is, oh, look at that. So the active one is on cooldown, so we might have a little bit of an issue in this one. Yeah, so let's save the Genies for the later rounds. Maybe we can do something like, for example, maybe we could pickle these guys, because the pickle now does give them a little bit of extra damage versus 45 balloons. And also, you know, what's a thing that we usually buy for runs like this? I mean, we buy a Sabo, so I might as well buy like a Sabo. Let's just have a Sabo Ninja up top. We could probably, you know what, let's rejuve and let's use the Spike passive and the Sabo for this round. And I don't think, I'm just doing this because I don't think that 97 is going to be an issue, because 97 has just like 2 of these ZOMGs, and we do have a lot of MOAB class damage. As soon as we dealt with the, as soon as we dealt with the 45s, come on guys, this is not even close. And we have a lot of money left over so that we can place, you know, the Genies, which are at this point probably the strongest thing that we have in our arsenal. But yeah, this is gonna be around 96, and 97 should not even be an issue. I'm probably just even gonna use like the active ability once. Let's just use it as soon as possible, by the way. And maybe I should not have, oh, maybe I should not have done that, or was that a bit too much? Nah, it's fine. We have the Rejuve potion, it's fine. So we have $15,000, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place, do we wanna, place both of them. Let's actually just go with one. Just not mess it up. We might need it for the bat, so let's just place one of these guys. Let's use the Sabo, and then we do have one Rejuve, which do we chill with the Rejuve? I don't know. Let's just see how this round is going. So I'm going to use the active ability now, and we should have a passive ability right about now. And I think that we're just dealing with everything, right? I mean, this Genie is doing a lot of work, and watching the top is kind of close. How is it going? The bottom? Oh no. Oh, it's actually fine. Okay, so I think that was almost all the 45 ones. Yeah, a little bit of them left over. And yes, there we go. That's amazing. That's perfect. Okay, so around 99, this is where we can place the other Genie. And then it's just gonna be around 100, but we're gonna have Genies, plus we're gonna have, you know, the Spike Storm ability, so it should be absolutely fine. So here comes the bat, and that is going to be the Candy. Well, this is like Candy Falls, but something is off. This is like the like the advanced version of Candy Falls. And by the way, the Rejuve, and let's just use the other Spike Storm as well, and let's just use the Sabo because why not? And there we go. That is a victory on this map, and that was a really amazing run actually, with the caveat that you know, these guys really do suck versus MOAB class Bloons, and they do need a lot of extra help. But once we got the Carpet Spikes running, this run turned into just a breeze. But that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.